Welcome to Tiger Arena tonight as the varsity Breckinridge County Lady Tigers will face off against district rival Meade County Lady Wave. I'm joined tonight by my father, Mike Harned, as we had a last-minute student who could not join me tonight. So I'm joined by my very own father, Chief of Student Services for the Breckinridge County School District.
Nothing better than a good rivalry with Breck County and Meade County. We've got a huge crowd on hand tonight for Breckinridge County, and got a loss to revenge, Jared, as they beat us in 3 down there a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that was 2.5 weeks ago, I believe, down in the Meade County Auxiliary Gym down at the Freshman Academy. That was Audrey Whitworth's first game back in action, I believe. It was her first game back after she had some quarantine stuff to deal with. So, and tonight is her senior night, along with the rest of the Breckinridge County seniors, and I believe there's 5.
6.
6.
Is what they told me. So there should be
Audrey
6.
Whitworth, Mary Drain, Petra Burton, Darian Flood, Madison Tall, and Natalie Henning. Natalie Henning's mom, Lisa, being the head coach. As far as the Lady Wave go, their starters will be Erica Jewell playing back row. Jolie Sonner will be their libero, as she has been all season. Clara Rogers, a sophomore, is their main right side hitter, using that big, powerful left hand. Ella Gagel, a senior, is their starting setter. Ann Rogers, I believe she plays all the way around. She's their main outside hitter, but I believe she plays back row as well. And Reagan Cupper, I believe, comes off the bench, but they're all other main outside hitter. And Katie Stout will be playing back row for them tonight.
Might make note, Jared, that the Breckinridge County Lady Tiger freshman team lost in 3 tonight, 2-1 loss, but the JV just now played really well and won quite easily in 2, so they won 2-0. Of course, freshman and JV are best of 3, where this varsity game will be best of 5.
Yes, I believe varsity plays first to 25, win by 2, unless it's the 5th set, and that will be first to 15 by 2. So, like I said, when we played Meade County last time, it was only 3 sets. It was a quick night. The sets were actually fairly close. I believe 2 of them were 25-23 in favor of Meade County. I think all 3 sets, Meade County started off with a comfortable lead, and Breck County came back and just fell short in at least 2 out of 3 of those, maybe all 3. So hoping for a better outcome tonight on senior night.
As the teams are finishing up last-minute practice serving and getting some instructions from the coaches, and we've got a little over a minute before the starting lineups will be announced, and we'll get this one underway.
Starting lineups, probably the national anthem. Senior night events have already taken place. We couldn't broadcast those, but I'm sure we'll have mention of the seniors later on in the night.
It's pep club for Breckinridge County right here under us, so probably catch some of their cheering. We expect them to get loud, and we're kind of right over top of them. So I would say that our microphones will pick up how loud it's going to get in this gym, or we expect it to get in this gym.
Breck County side is fairly full, pep section, especially in their beach/surfing theme tonight. It's just about full on the side closest to this side entrance down here by the football locker room. So
looks like Mr. Jonathan Bennett drew the short straw, and he's been given the task of keeping the pep club up in the bleachers, as the referees do not want the student body out on the floor for obvious reasons. So Mr. Bennett is here with the pep club section, encouraging them to get loud, but to stay in the stands.
And we will take a break for the national anthem. And we're back as we had some technical difficulties at the end of the national anthem, but nonetheless, we have.
The music shut off and the crowd just finished singing the rest of it, so it worked out.
And athletic director Patrick Critchlow will announce the starting lineups for both teams as he is announcing Meade counties at the moment. Started off by Ella Gagel and Erica Jewell, followed by Ann Rogers and Jolie Sonner, Katie Stout, and Shelby Smith, and Willie Whalen. And I have not heard confirmed word, but I would assume the 6 starters would get to start tonight.
You can get a starting lineup.
Or the 6 seniors, sorry. The 6 seniors would get to start tonight.
Kind of depends on the positions that they play. With volleyball, you have to stay in rotation, so sometimes it's difficult to start all 6 seniors, but we'll see how.
I do know that Darian has been our setter for the majority of the season. One of the seniors will get a start tonight that they haven't been accustomed to because
we'll set the Breckinridge County starters for you here just in a second.
As you can probably hear the Breck County pep section right below us, so it's going to be hard to communicate with you guys if it's going to be this loud all night, but nonetheless, we'll try our best. Hopefully our mics block out most of the sound from below us.
Never have understood this part of it. After the starting lineups, then we have this long break where the teams just huddle.
It does appear that the 6 starters for Breckinridge County will be the 5 seniors, excluding Madison Tall, and junior Riley Harding will be our setter. And of course, libero Tracy Denson will come into the game effective immediately. So essentially, Mary Green gets the official start, but comes out of the game before a point's even scored in favor of Tracy Denson, our libero for the night. Of course, the libero getting that unlimited number of substitutions. I do believe you can have 2 liberos at a time, but as far as I know, both these teams have had 1 libero the entire season, and Jolie Sonner has been the Lady Wave libero, and Tracy Denson has been the Lady Tiger libero the whole season. Be a point for Audrey Whitworth, University of Kentucky commit, for the first point of the game, and it'll be her serve.
As they respect Audrey's ability to power hit, and then she gets a little tip over, so catches Meade off guard for the first point for the Lady Tigers.
And that'll be a serve by Audrey, set up by Gagel, hit over by Smith, set from Flood for a spike out from Petra. And it was blocked by Shelby Smith, and the Tigers could not recover, so I'll make the score 1-1 here in the first set.
Good block initially, and a good job of getting low and getting it popped up, but then it looked like a miscommunication there by the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, I don't think junior Riley Harding saw that ball after it was tipped by one of the Tigers' front row. That'll be a serve from Rogers. It'll be a free ball from Darian Flood. Hit up by Burton, and she'll spike it, and that's into the net. So it'll be a 2-1 in favor of the Lady Wave. A set up by Flood, and a spike by Natalie Henning. And a free ball from Gagel. Another set from Flood.
Looks like one of Breckinridge County front row went under the net.
I believe Natalie Henning made contact with the net there. It'll be 3-1 Lady Wave.
Kind of an imaginary line that goes up and down with the net, and if you break that line, the center court line there, also a violation.
And a nice dig from Whitworth leads to a spike from Burton that barely cleared the net as it was blocked by Smith again. And Smith tries to hit it over her back shoulder and go straight in the net, so it'll be 3-2. Petra Burton will get the serve here for the Tigers.
Mary Drain checks in for Denson.
Hit over by Smith. And a set from Flood to Drain. There'll be a free ball from Smith that
tough break.
Barely hits over the net, and Whitworth couldn't react fast enough. It'll be 4-2.
Expecting the free ball there, and just barely climbed over the top tape.
I think it'll be libero Jolie Sonner serving. And she serves it over the blue-gray line. Don't know what color that is, but it's the volleyball line, so Darian Flood will get the serve. I don't know how long the Tigers have had this rotation, and that'll be an ace from Darian Flood. I don't know how long the Tigers have had this rotation, but I knew at the beginning of the season, Darian Flood and Riley Harding were the two setters, but it appeared tonight that Riley Harding was playing back row and Flood was the setter. I didn't know when that changed, and a miscue.
Back-to-back aces.
The back row from the Lady Wave, and it'll be two aces in a row from Darian Flood. They'll give the Tigers the lead, 5-4.
Tall has checked in along the front.
From Flood to Whitworth, and couldn't get enough downward angle on it. And the spike from Henning goes straight into the net. It'll be 5-5.
Lady Tigers getting off to a little bit better start than we did down in Brandenburg the last time these two teams met. Like you said, Jared, it seemed like at the beginning of each game there, we were just digging ourselves a hole. So
each set, that is true. Each set started with a Lady Wave point the last time we were in Brandenburg, and Tracy Denson lets that one go over her head, but it's still in. It'll be 6-5, Lady Wave. Be a set from Flood to Drain. There'll be a free ball coming. Henning again. And that'll be a kill for senior Natalie Henning. Time to score at 6. And sophomore Megan Hinton will be serving as she just now entered the game for Henning.
Good serve.
It'll be a free ball from Cupper. And a nice dig from Hinton leads to a set from Flood. And a nice block from sophomore Clara Rogers.
As the overrated chant comes from the Meade County student section, as Whitworth, like Jared says, the University of Kentucky commit national championship volleyball team.
And a miscue on the initial spike receive will be a point for the Lady Tigers. Will be another serve for libero junior Tracy Denson. And that'll be a kill for Claire Rogers, and that's what she does. She's the right side hitter, and she's good at what she does.
The ball definitely had some mustard on it.
And she doesn't start the game, but when she gets in there, Ella Gagel.
Oh, yeah.
And that'll be a kill from Audrey Whitworth.
Well, that'll take care of the overrated chant for a while.
As I was saying, Claire Rogers doesn't start the game, but over there on that right side, setters Ella Gagel and Maggie Quinn love to set it to her over there. And that'll be, got it over from Petra Burton, but not able to get the kill. Set from Flood to Whitworth, and that'll be another kill for the big commit, Audrey Whitworth.
Audrey's starting to feel it now. As the Breck County Pep Club section retaliates from the overrated chant with a D1 chant.
And that'll be a serve into the net from Riley Harding. It'll be 9-9 in the first set.
Jared, I don't know of any time that either team has led by more than 2 here early. I mean, it just seems like you're going back and forth with no.
And that'll be another serve into the net as Claire Rogers will sub out in favor of Katie Stout coming in to play back row.
No long rallies or anything, continuously getting side outs. So first team that can maybe rattle all 4 or 5 in a row can take command of this thing.
That'll be a jump serve from Whitworth and a set from Gagel. Spike from Rogers, but unsuccessful, and that's a spike from Natalie Henning, and that'll be a kill.
Maybe a little bit too much adrenaline there as the jump serve goes long.
That'll make the score 11-10, Breckinridge County. A set from Flood to Henning, and a block from Smith. That'll be a set from Gagel, as actually not a set as she hit it over. And that'll be a block from Ella Gagel, making the score 11-11.
Lady Tigers need a side out here.
Serve from Ann Rogers, set up by Flood. And another block from Shelby Smith. And that'll be a kill for sophomore Reagan Cupper.
This is that little run we were just making note of as Meade County's rattled off 3 in a row. So.
Another serve from Rogers, set up by Flood to Henning, and she tips that one unsuccessfully as it's a free ball from Sonner. And this will be to Burton, and it's another block for Shelby Smith, as she's had several blocks early in this first set.
Here's the little run, and we got to get stopped.
Received from Harding and a set by Flood. And Henning hit the net as it was a small miscue on the set from Darian Flood, and that'll be a timeout from Lisa Henning. That'll be 14-11.
5-0 run there as Breckinridge County went from 2 up to 3 down. Got some frustration along our front row as the length of Meade County's blockers causes a little trouble up front.
Yeah, Shelby Smith has been manning that middle for the Lady Wave, and I don't have the stats here in front of me, but she's had quite a few blocks early in this first set.
Especially here just as part of this 5-0 run, so.
And still serving for the Lady Wave will be senior Ann Rogers.
You'd have to think, Jared, that Meade County's game plan is to take advantage of when Whitworth is on the back row. That's when they've got to go on their runs and score their points.
Be a set from Flood as she hit it over the net. And an attempted block from Henning lands out of bounds. And that'll make it a 6-0 run as Tigers need to stop the bleeding here. It's 15-11 now. And that'll be another block from Smith. And that'll be a double. I think Shelby Smith hit that one. Hit it with both hands at different times. So finally the end of the run. That'll be 15-12 with senior Petra Burton come to serve. Serve received from Ann Rogers and a set from Gagel. And it'll be a free ball coming from Sonner.
Breckinridge County's got to take advantage of these free balls.
And another block from Smith on an attempted tip. And another block, I don't know if that was Gagel or Smith. And a set from Gagel to Cupper. There's a ball by Natalie Henning. And that's a very accurately delivered tip from senior Natalie Henning. And Tigers may start a run of their own. That's 15-13 now.
Oh, get over. Good.
Line drive serve. And that's a spike coming from Cupper. It's second hit from. And I don't know if you call that a spike, but a very accurately overhand
well-placed hit. A little run of their own for Breckinridge County.
15-14 with Petra Burton still serving. Serve receive from Ann Rogers.
There it is. Got it tied up. Now Meade County may be thinking timeout.
Reagan Cupper tried to do a little cross-court bump.
We're probably 1 point away here, Jared, of Meade County coach calling a timeout.
Todd Slater's got to be thinking about a timeout of his own.
He can take the lead here. He almost has to.
And that'll be a block from Natalie Henning. And I think she got away with the carry. Nonetheless, that'll be a spike from Henning. That's blocked by Smith. Here comes Cupper.
That's out.
And that's out. And see how long Todd Slater waits to call timeout.
I'm surprised he's not. Can't take him home with you.
Tigers leading 16-15.
Good serve. Those are not clearing the net by much. Uh-oh. Well, pass, but it's saved.
And there'll be another point.
If you don't call a timeout here, you're never going to call one.
Hey, Todd Slater's calling timeout. It'll be 17-15. And the Lady Tigers storm back. I believe 15-11.
That's one of those runs that we talked about.
And the Tigers are 8 points away from their first set victory of the season versus the Lady Wave.
So Meade County went on their run, and Breckinridge County has answered behind some good serves. As
Petra Burton serves aren't clearing the net by much, but that's pretty much what you want them to do.
Yeah, you're kind of playing with fire, a little danger there, but Breckinridge County, one thing that we noticed, Jared, up at Meade County when we play up there was we kind of shot ourselves in the foot multiple times with service errors and unforced errors. We have limited those tonight. Outside of the fact we just struggled against the front line of Meade County, they've had several blocks. Outside of that, we've played our game. Good serve there. take advantage,
Set
go
from
offense.
Flood to Henning. And it'll be a tip from and hit over by Cupper, and that's perfectly placed as Patriot Burton couldn't get to it. So directly out of the timeout, Meade County gets back into it at 17-16 with Jolie Saunders coming to serve.
So they got their side out. Now Breckinridge County needs to keep the momentum by getting the serve back here.
Set from Flood to Henning again. From Stout to Cupper. From Flood to Whitworth. And that's a nice dig from Sonner.
Oh,
block from Natalie Henning.
Goodness gracious.
As Reagan Cupper couldn't get over the arms of Natalie Henning, and it'll be 18-16.
All right, so we got a free ball here.
Free ball.
Take advantage.
Rogers.
Take advantage.
Set from Whitworth to Drain. A nice dig from Rogers.
We got another free ball.
A free ball from Cupper. Received by Denson, set up by Flood. And a near kill from Mary Drain. And Madison Tall get her shot now as another dig from Stout.
Back
And a
row
free
hit.
ball from Sonner.
Find a way to get it down.
Set from Flood to Henning. It'll be 19-16 now.
Breckinridge County has got all the momentum on our side. Another one of those serves, Jared, just barely clears the tape.
Free ball from Cupper. Set up by Flood to Drain. And received by Sonner. Here comes Whalen. Set from Flood to Henning.
It's down.
And that'll
It's
be
down.
in. That was very close to being out, but a perfectly placed kill from Natalie Henning. And the Tigers are 5 points away now. Serve receive from Sonner to Gagel, and a kill from Cupper, and that will be indeed be a kill as it gets past the outstretched arms of Tracy Denson Libero.
Nothing you could do there. That was just a good offensive set for the Lady Green Wave.
As front row Clara Rogers comes in to replace Katie Stout for the Lady Wave. Set from Flood to Tall. And that'll be blocked from Whalen. And that'll be another kill for Natalie Henning as she's having herself a senior night, as that is several kills here in the first set for Natalie Henning.
Breckinridge County in complete control here. Just got to finish it off.
As sophomore Megan Hinton, and that'll be a timeout from Todd Saylor, I believe. I'm not sure on the timeout rule. Is it 2 timeouts per set?
Yeah, that'll be his last time out.
So Lisa Henning with 1 remaining, and Todd Saylor is out of timeouts with 4 points left to go for the Tigers.
Is that all important first game there? Breckinridge County 4 points away from getting this win and being in the driver's seat to revenge the loss down in Brandenburg.
Coming out of the timeout, it will be Reagan Cupper, Willie Whalen, Claire Rogers, and Jolie Sonner, and Maggie Quinn. For the Tigers, it'll be Megan Hinton, Tracy Denson, Darian Flood, Audrey Whitworth, Madison Tall, and Mary Drain.
Oh,
A miscue on the serve from Hinton. It'll be 21-18.
I can only remember maybe as many as 3 or 4 unforced serving mistakes.
I think Rogers had one for Lady Wave, and that would be Breckinridge County's second.
Whitworth had 1.
So that'll be their third, as Whitworth, Riley Harding, and just now Megan Hinton. As Erica Jewell comes into the game now and serves That'll be a spike from Whitworth, but received well from Sonner. That'll be a back row hit from Whitworth.
And good block, but
a block from Madison Tall off the kill attempt from Ann Rogers goes out of bounds. So it'll be 21-19.
need a side out here as we've got our positioning where we want it. With
Serve receive from Denson and a spike from Whitworth.
this should be a
And
tip.
the line judge says it was out.
Well, it was definitely out, but there should have been a tip.
I couldn't tell if it hit a Meade County player or the net, but regardless, it's 21-20. Tigers still leading, but need a side out here. And that'll be over the back line off the hit attempt from Mary Drain. It's tied up now. And Lisa Henning will take her second timeout. So both Todd Saylor and Lisa Henning out of timeouts with the score tied 21-21.
Both coaches know how important this first game is to set the tone and kind of put the pressure on their opponent. As Breckinridge County was in total control 3 or 4 minutes ago, that's just how fast things can change. So we've got our rotation where we want, where Whitworth can be dominant there on the front row, but we just haven't gotten a position to where she can kill.
Senior Erica Jewell still serving as the Tigers desperately in need of a side out.
It's one of the game officials has gone and gotten Breckinridge County Athletic Director Patrick Critchlow to relay a message to Meade County Pep Club section about something. Whitworth hits it hard, but
A free ball from Sonner set up by Flood to Tall, and that'll be over the back line.
that was impressive. Meade County got low and Doug got hard hit by Whitworth. Breckinridge County had it set up just the way they wanted it. Give credit where credit is due.
That'll be a kill from Whitworth as Waywin couldn't block that one. And it's tied 22-all with Tracy Denson coming to serve. Serve receive from Sonner.
Back set.
And a kill attempt from Claire Rogers just beyond the back line. And the Tigers take the lead right back 23-22. And Rogers
Hit the antenna.
hit the red and white checkered line.
Antenna.
It's 24-22, and the Tigers are 1 point away from the first set victory.
And they're going to get a free ball. Got to take advantage.
Set up from Flood to
what they
Whitworth,
want.
and that was close as the line judge says it was out. And
it may have been. That ball was hit so hard.
24-23. The Tigers are 1 point away from a win, and the Lady Waves are 1 point away from a tie. So a crucial point in the match here, as it'll be Waywin to serve.
Two very evenly matched teams.
Receive from Whitworth to Flood and back up to Whitworth. And a free ball coming from Rogers to Petra Burton.
Too long.
And it's long. The line judge saw it the other way. And said it hit the line.
Breckinridge County victorious 25-23 in the first game.
We'll take a quick break as we will come live right before the start of the second set. And we're back as Audrey Orth will get the serve. Set up from Quinn to Rogers, and she hit the serve in the net, so it'll be 1-0. Tigers with Whitworth coming back to serve. And another jump serve from Whitworth, and she hits that one in the net, so it'll be 1-1. We set up from Gagel to Rogers. And Smith couldn't get that one over the net. Made the score 2-1. Free ball from Rogers, received by Whitworth and set from Flood to Henning, sorry. Another free one from Rogers is blocked temporarily by Henning. And that'll be a kill for Natalie Henning. 3-1 with Petra Burton serving now. And an ace from Petra Burton as she loves those line drive serves. And she's staying lucky now as it'll be 4-1 Lady Tigers. And that'll be another ace as nobody touched it. Serve receive from Jewel. A tip over for Natalie Henning. Spike from Rogers. Set up from Gagel to Rogers again, and it'll be a block from Natalie Henning. Set from Flood to Drain, and that'll be a kill for Mary Drain.
Breckinridge County out to the early lead.
And an early timeout from Todd Saylor, and 6-1 Lady Tigers.
As the exact opposite of the matches down at Brandenburg, as Meade County was the one getting off to the quick start. Breckinridge County was digging themselves a hole, and now Breckinridge County is the one that's gotten off to the quick start here in game 2.
6-1, and Petra Burton still serving for the Tigers. And another low serve dug out by Stout. And Ella Gagel hit that one twice. Nice dig from Stout, but Gagel with a unforced error. And Petra Burton serving again. So Stout again, set up from Gagel over the net. And a free ball from Whitworth. And Rogers surprised everybody there with a quick little tip with her left hand. And it'll be Ann Rogers to serve now. 7-2 Tigers.
Breckinridge County is still in control. Just need a side out.
Received from Whitworth, set from Flood to Drain. And hit that one with the bottom part of her palm. That'd be her thumb area, but hit the bottom part of the net. And Ann Rogers to serve again. Receive from Whitworth again to Flood, to Drain again, and that'll be a kill, as I think Shelby Smith touched it and Joey Sonner couldn't recover, and it'll be an 8-3 with Darian Flood serving now. And another line drive serve, that one from Flood, and a free ball from Rogers. Set up, and that one actually went over the net. I don't think they meant to do that, but here comes Tall. Received from Rogers to Gagel, hit over by Smith, dug out by Tall, and over the net from Drain. It'll be a free ball from Cupper. Set up from Flood to Henning, and that'll be a kill for Natalie Henning. Flood to Drain again, and blocked by Shelby Smith, but recovered. That'll be a free ball from Flood. Set from Gagel, and it'll be a free from Cupper. From Darian to Natalie, unsuccessful kill, and a backward set over the net from Cupper. And it'll be a kill for Reagan Cupper, as I couldn't exactly see what happened. It looked like Natalie Henning blocked it, but Madison Tall, standing right beside her, couldn't handle it.
As the block came straight down on the Lady Tigers side.
Serve from Sonner, received by Denson. A set from Flood to Drain. From Stout to Cupper. A set from Flood to Whitworth, and I don't know how Joey Sonner got her hands up for that one, but she did. And it'll be a block from Natalie Henning and a free ball coming from Gagel. A dig from Stout off the spike from Henning.
Good hit
set from
recovery.
Whitworth from a back row hit by Denson. And a good volley here. And that's barely out off the hands of Ella Gagel. Now, it's probably the longest volley of the night, I think. It was a hard-earned 10 points for the Lady Tigers. Sophomore Megan Hinton serving now with a line drive right over the net. And a free ball from Cupper. Spike from,
look at that.
A nice
Smart
tip
play.
from Whitworth. And
Smart play.
Katie Stout couldn't recover.
Another timeout.
Todd Saylor takes his, I think it's his second timeout of the second set, so he's already out of timeouts, and I think Lisa Henning still got two in her back pocket.
He waited late into the first game before he called a timeout. We thought he'd take it much sooner. This game, he's caught them both timeouts extremely early, as he's feeling this one getting away from him just a little bit.
Be 11-4 halfway through this timeout break. And Lisa Henning trying to keep her girls energized, as they got a lot of adrenaline right now, leading by 7 points early in the second set, and Todd Saylor trying to get his girls to regroup. It's like Breckinridge County comes in with a record of 12-8, opposed to Meade County's 13-7. So talking about those evenly matched teams, and their records show that. Another line drive serve from Hinton, and everybody thought Gagel was going to set it, and she just teardrops it into the back corner out of the arms of Tracy Denson. And Claire Rogers will come in for Stout, and Maggie Quinn comes in for Gagel. So Setter coming in for Setter. I think Maggie Quinn will serve immediately after her entrance. Serve from Quinn, received by Hinton. Set up from Flood to Whitworth. Kind of a free ball there from Whitworth, but a block for Madison Tall, and I think she got away with the carry. And Claire Rogers hits it out again, so it'd be 12-5. Lady Tigers, and Tracy Denson will serve now. Serve receive from Rogers. Here comes Cupper. And a nice dig.
Good effort.
4 Tigers on the floor, but the ball goes under the net, so it'll be 12-6 with the Tigers still in control. As Erica Jewell comes in for Reagan Cupper. And Erica Jewell will come in and serve as well immediately after her entrance. And a free ball, and that barely gets over the net. Set from Quinn to Whalen, and the block from Tall barely goes out of bounds. 12-7 now. Erica Jewell with the serve, received by Whitworth to Flood, back to Whitworth, and a nice teardrop right over the head of Willie Whalen.
Just waiting for the defender to elevate. Once you get that feet off the ground, they can't hang in the air, so just tipping it right over top the outreached arms.
13-7 with junior Riley Harding coming to serve now, and the last time she served, she hit it into the net, and this time she gets it over. Ooh. And that'll be a nice kill right off the serve receive for Petra Burton. That'll be for her first kill tonight. The Lady Tigers love these line drive, low off the ground serves. That's another one there. I don't know if that's something they practice with Miss Henning, but it seems like most of them do it. And that'll be another point for the Tigers. As, they couldn't recover off the block. I think it was Audrey Whitworth that got that block that time. Another line drive start from Harding.
It's hard for your offense to get set off of that.
Set from Harding to Whitworth and recovered by the Lady Wave. Here comes a spike from Burton, and that one gets over into the hands of Erica Jewell. Received by Hinton, set up and set over the net by Harding. And Claire Rogers will get back into her groove now as she hits that one right off the hands of Petra Burton and out of bounds. It's be 15-8, Lady Tigers. Serve receive goes back onto the Meade County side, and a nice dig
play
from Denson, and a free ball from Whitworth, set up by Quinn to Claire Rogers, and a block from Petra Burton, and here comes a free win from Rogers. To Petra Burton again, and off the hands of Erica Jewell, set up by Quinn to Rogers, and Sydney Galloway gets her first block of the game. Set from Harding to Whitworth, and that'll be a kill for Audrey Whitworth as Willie Whalen couldn't handle it. Willie Whalen being substituted out now for the libero Joey Sonner. I don't think Whalen has played much back row this season. She usually plays middle for the Lady Wave, but Audrey Whitworth will come to serve now. Tigers up by 8. From Quinn to Rogers, received by Denson, set from Harding to Henning, and that'll be another kill for Natalie Henning. And Natalie Henning may be having her best night of the season as she leads the Tigers in kills, and it's not very close.
She really brought her A game tonight.
And another serve by Audrey Whitworth to be over the back line into the hands of Patrick Critchlow. It'll be 17-9 now, as once again the Tigers are 8 points away from taking a commanding 2-0 lead here tonight. Serve from Rogers coming. Be received by Denson, set up by Harding to Petra Burton. A nice dig from Erica Jewell. And that'll be a kill for Ann Rogers as Tracy Denson dove for it, and it came off her hands awkwardly. Harding couldn't recover off that weird spin. And Claire Rogers will serve again. Set up by Harding to Henning, and that one is way hard. So the left hand of Claire Rogers getting the Lady Wave a couple points, and Lisa Henning will take her first time out of the second set as the Lady Waves score 3 in a row there, and 17-12 now.
Meade County's not going to lay down and go away. Still battling.
You know, we were talking about this being a district rival. It appears Meade County's next game is against another district rival, Hancock County, and it just so happens that I believe Breckinridge County's most recent game was a 3-0 win over Hancock County. So
Hancock County is down a little bit this year as opposed to previous years, as they have had a very competitive volleyball team in years past. This year they're rebuilding, as Breckinridge County did have very little trouble putting them away in 3 earlier this week.
And I believe Hancock County has yet to get a set win in the district besides Cloverport, as the Tigers have played them in 6 sets and won all 6. And, of course, the Lady Wave have only played them once and won in 3 sets. So Claire Rogers coming to serve again, and a miscommunication between Denson and Whitworth, and it goes off the hands of Audrey Whitworth into the stands. So Tigers in need of a side out here, as Claire Rogers has got the Lady Wave on a little run.
Did they put that point up there when it's 17-12?
I think it's 17-13 on the scoreboard, says 17-12.
Unless there was a scoring mistake beforehand. I know that
from Rogers into Denson, set up by Harding to Whitworth in the back row, and that'll be a nice spike, but handled well by Sonner. From Whitworth to Harding to Henning. Received by Whitworth to Burton, and that'll be out. And I believe it's 17-14 now.
I think there was a little bit of controversy. I think that the scoreboard was wrong initially. I see the Meade County fans yelling down to the scoreboard operator, and the Meade County official book is saying that the score is correct, that it was incorrect when we went into the timeout, that it should have been 17-11, even though the scoreboard said 17-12. So instead of moving it back to 17-11.
Meade County bookkeeper being junior Amia Scott, as she says the scoreboard is right. So it is indeed 17-13, with Claire Rogers still serving. That one to Whitworth, from Harding to Burton. And Burton hits that one out, but the officials say it was tipped. I think Claire Rogers got a hand on that one. I don't know if it was Rogers or Smith, but nonetheless, Rogers comes out in favor of Katie Stout to play back row. And Petra Burton moving over to the side now towards the Breckinridge County bench to have her serve. And the receive by Stout to Jewell. Over by Rogers, set from Harding to Henning, and a block from Shelby Smith, but she's had quite a few of those tonight. And a free ball coming from Drain, received by Gagel to Sonner. Set from Harding to back row Whitworth, and line judge says it's in again. So a back row kill from Audrey Whitworth would be 18-13. Petra Burton still serving. So Claire Rogers led the Lady Wave on a little run, and Petra Burton gets the points right back as she will serve again here, waiting on the sign from the officials, as lead official having a small conversation with Lady Wave team captain Ann Rogers. And Petra Burton gets to go ahead for her serve. And you play with fire, you get burnt sometimes, and Petra Burton couldn't get that one over the net, as the Lady Tigers have been having those low line drive serves all night, and they get bit on that one. Be 19-14 now. Tigers still in control. Receive from Whitworth to Flood to Whitworth again, and be tipped at the line by Smith. And a nice dig from Whitworth to Flood to Drain, and that one's out. Mary Drain hit with that one out the back line, so it'll be, I can't tell who's going to serve next. It'll be Ann Rogers. Received by Harding to Flood and Natalie Henry with a little get me over tip there, and she places it perfectly, made the score 20-15. Be Darian Flood now, her turn to serve. She gets it over to Sonner to Gagel to Smith, and it's a block by Natalie Henning. It'll be a point, as the officials say Natalie Henning didn't touch that one, as it was blocked by the net. So it'll be 4 hits in a row by the Lady Wave. Serve from Flood.
A good one.
Dug out by Sonner. And a set from Flood to Henning. And that will be out. It'll be 21-16. Tigers just need 4 more points. Take a commanding 2-0 lead. Be one set away from a sweep. And that'll make the season series even 3-3 with the Lady Wave, as they swept us down in Brandenburg. From Flood to Drain.
Oh.
And a miscommunication by the Lady Waves.
If that pass was just flat.
Megan Hinton hits that one to the net.
Service error.
Tigers had several miscues on their serves tonight, but that's what's going to happen when you hit all those line drive serves, and some of them resulted in aces, and some of them have resulted in unforced errors. Received by Whitworth to Flood to Whitworth again, and that'll be a kill by Audrey. Joey Sonner couldn't do much about that one. In baseball, we call that exit velocity. I don't know what you call it on volleyball, but I know that one was hit hard.
It was miles per hour for sure.
The Tigers 2 points away now from a 2-0 lead, as junior libero Tracy Denson will be serving now. And one thing to note is Todd Saylor being out of timeouts, and has been for the majority of this game. Denson gets over to Sonner, to Cupper, and a miscommunication between Hinton and Denson, sophomore and junior there, and make the score 23-18. And I think maybe if Meade County gets 1 or 2 more points, Lisa Henning may think about calling her final timeout, as Tigers only 2 points away. So received from Denson to Flood to Whitworth, kind of a free ball there. And the Tigers 1 point away, as Claire Rogers couldn't recover. And Riley Harding coming in now from Madison Tall. Riley Harding will serve immediately upon her entrance, as Sydney Galloway comes in for Darian Flood to play the middle. And it looks like Riley Harding will be our setter for the final point. And she hits that one to the net, so it'll be 24-19. Tigers 1 point away. 24-20, sorry.
Just need a side out. Now they changed it back.
That's what I thought it was 24-19. They put 2 points up at a time. And a set from Harding to Whitworth, and off a tip from Smith. And 25-19, the final score of the second set. And Tigers 1 set away from a sweep. And the Lady Wave will need to win 3 sets in a row to take this one out of Harnett. We'll be right back after a short break. And we're back to Tiger Arena as the Lady Tigers lead 2-0 here tonight. And Green Wave will get to serve as it'll be number 32, Katie Stout. Hard to believe that the Green Wave will be able to come back from this one as they would have to win 3 sets in a row as it's received from Denson. And a free ball from Whitworth. A nice dig from Denson there. A spike received from Stout. Set up by Flood to Whitworth, and that'll be a kill for Whitworth. Audrey Whitworth getting that kill and will get a serve as our Tigers lead 1-0, and she gets that one into the net. And leading 2 sets to nothing, it's not that big of a deal, but you think their serves would want to be something that the Tigers want to clean up before district and region tournament time.
Well, even tonight, you want to stay sharp. This game's far from over. This match is far from over. You want to get this third game and go ahead and end it and be done.
Free ball from Whitworth received by Gagel to Sonner. free one from Cupper there. And a miscommunication, but the Tigers recover. And a nice spike from Cupper, but received well by Whitworth.
Damn ball.
And a free ball from Whitworth goes out of bounds. Meade County 2, Breckinridge County 1.
Don't want to give the visiting team any confidence. Breckinridge County has had the momentum the majority of this match.
A nice dig from Stout there.
A little redirection there by Flood.
Be a free one from Cupper to Flood to Whitworth. And Patriot Burton hits that one right in the net. And this looks like one of the sets from down in Brandenburg as
Unforced
Lady
errors.
Wave lead 3-1. And Rogers still serving. Received by Denson, and that'll be a kill for Natalie Henning. I think it landed right on that gray-blue line as the back row of Meade County let it go, and it landed right on that line. And senior Patriot Burton will serve now. Tigers down by 1. Received by Stout, hit over by Gagel, set from Flood to Henning. Set from Gagel to Cupper, and a block by Natalie Henning. And a great block from Natalie Henning off the spike attempt by Reagan Cupper. And Tigers tied up. Serve received by Ann Rogers. Set from Flood to Mary Drain. And it looked like somebody hit the net, but nothing was called. Set from Gagel to Smith, and Smith puts it right into the net. Patriot Burton still serving. 4-3, the Tigers take the lead. And Burton hits into the net.
Not nearly as clean this game, Jared, as overall. Breckinridge County played pretty well in games 1 and 2, but this game they're their own worst enemy.
Serve from Sonner, received by Denson, set from Flood to back row Whitworth, and that was close, as the line judge says it was barely out, and the Green Wave take the lead right back 5-4. From Sonner to Harding to Flood to Henning, and that was in, barely. And a serve from Darian Flood as it's tied right back up 5-5. Serve from Flood barely gets over the
Good
net.
serve.
And Ann Rogers hits it over the Lady Wave bench. And it was like Ella Gagel trying to retrieve that one, ran right at real estate as she runs into her own teammates. And it'd be 6-5 Breckinridge County with senior Darian Flood still serving. Another good serve right back to Rogers, and a set from Gagel to Whalen, and that'll be barely out as the line judge had to dodge it. And Darian Flood leading the Tigers on a little run here, and they're up by 2 now. And she gets that one in the net, so you got to think this is something Lisa Henning wants to clean up before tournament time, as they've got to be approaching double digits into miscues on serves now.
The other team plays well and just wins. That's one thing you certainly don't want to give it to.
And an ace from Maggie Quinn there, as it looks like Audrey Williams couldn't decide if she wanted to hit it or let it go out, but she barely hits it, and nobody's over there to get it. So it'll be Maggie Quinn serving, and it's tied 7-7 again. Received by Denson to Flood to Drain. Be a free one from Cupper. And I think Audrey hit that
Net. Called net.
And it'll be a net on Madison Tall. And I think that was away from the ball. I don't know what happened, if she got pushed into the net or lost her balance or something, but nonetheless, the Wave take the lead 8-7. And Maggie Quinn with a bad serve of her own, and it'll tie the score 8-8 as Megan Hinton comes in for Natalie Henning. And
same feel as the first game, Jared, where back and forth early, then Meade County went on a little run, then Breckinridge County answered.
And another serving miscue as that one's right into the net by sophomore Megan Hinton. And it'll give the lead right back to the Lady Wave. And you gotta hate those mistakes because you're giving the Lady Wave a point without them even touching the ball. Received by Denson to Flood to Whitworth. Got a nice dig from Jewell. A spike from Ann Rogers. I think she hit it in the net. I think the net blocked her, and Ann Rogers couldn't get over the net and be 9-9. Tracy Denson with the serve. That one a little bit higher than the ones we've seen by the other Tigers tonight. A set from Flood to Tall and be a free one. From Quinn to Whalen. A nice receive.
Oh, she went over the net. She broke the plane. Wasn't called, but you can't go over the, your hand can't go over the white tape. It's an imaginary plane that goes from that white tape to the ceiling.
And she gives a point right back. As Lily Whalen stole one from the Tigers on the play before. And she gives the point right back on a serving miscue. So both teams struggling in this third set with their serves, and hopefully Riley Harding can break that trend as she serves this one. And that one gets over, and a miscommunication between Sonner and Jewell, and that'll be an ace for Riley Harding as nobody touched it. Close to another ace, but that one goes over the line, and it'll be 11-11. And the Lady Wave have 11 points this set, and I think over half of them might have been on serving miscues from the Tigers.
Yeah, Meade County gives it right back to us. Pretty sloppy play, to be quite honest, Jared, this third game. Is neither team can get in any type of a rhythm.
As Katie Stout comes back into the lineup for Rogers, and Ella Gagel, who went to the locker room, replaces Maggie Quinn. I don't know if she had a small injury or what she had to do, but Maggie Quinn was in there for an extended period of time in Ella Gagel's absence. And Natalie Henning tried to place that one a little bit too much, and it falls on the outside of the line. It'll be 12-12. And much like the first set, I think whoever goes on a little run here might come away with this set, as it's been back and forth the whole set. And a spike from Henning and a block from Smith, but cannot be handled by Sonner. And Natalie Henning continues her strong night on her senior night.
Might be just a matter of who can put their serves in play.
Both teams struggling mightily with their serves this set. No good serve there, dug out by Stout as she hits it over. And miscommunication between Henning and Harding. And it'll tie it right back up 13-13.
Lady Tigers just making mistakes this game that they haven't made in either of the first two. But Meade County is, up to this point, they have not taken advantage.
Set from Harding to Drain, and tipped at the line by Whalen. And Ann Rogers hits that one way out. It'll be 14-13, Lady Tigers. And hopefully that sparks a little run and get a little separation, and they can come away with this sweep. And senior Darian Flood will get another serving opportunity. She gets that one over to Rogers, set up by Gagel to Cupper, and a block from Natalie Henning, recovered by Cupper. Set from Whitworth to Drain, and Drain has it out. It'll be 14 all.
Didn't get the shoulder square. And that ball sailed.
And senior setter Ella Gagel with the serve here to Whitworth, to Flood, to Drain, and another miscommunication between Gagel and Rogers. And the Tigers will take the lead right back 15-14.
I don't believe either coach has called a timeout simply because neither team has gone on any type of a run.
A serve from Hinton, received, and Rogers will hit this one over from the opposite side that she's been hitting all night, and he gets blocked.
She looks frustrated, Jared. She just kind of head dragging. I think Meade County's coach sees that the body language of his team is not good.
Speaking of timeouts, Todd Saber calls the first one by either coach of the set. So at the score of 16-14, we'll take a quick break. And we're back as sophomore Megan Hinton will serve again. And this may be the largest run by any team of the third set. Received by Rogers to Quinn to Cupper. And Hinton and Denson couldn't dig that one out, and that'll be a kill for Reagan Cupper, the sophomore.
As Meade County scores coming out of the timeout. That's one thing you always want to see as a coach. When you burn a timeout to calm your team down, you want to see them execute coming out of the timeout.
A serve from Jewell, received by Denson, and that'll be a kill for Whitworth.
That was a really good set there. Felt like we've struggled maybe a little bit in the setting game tonight, and which was resulted in a lot of free balls, but that was a perfect set, and Audrey did exactly what she's supposed to do.
It was a perfectly executed bump set spike by Denson, Flood, and Whitworth, and that'll be a perfectly placed ball. I think maybe Whitworth hit that one.
Tall.
Madison Tall with a little free ball point. And I think she gets her first point of her senior night. Set up by Quinn to Rogers.
Oh, that was a miss hit. Meade County kind of got away with a mistake there.
And they will get to serve now as the Tigers leading by 2, 18-16, with sophomore Willie Waveland come to serve. Be received by Whitworth to Flood, back to Whitworth, and a little soft hit there. Mishandled temporarily, but they recover.
Oh.
And a bad set. I think there's less communication on where Whitworth was. I think Flood thought she was on the outside, and she was actually in the middle. It's hard to set those sometimes because, of course, when you're setting, you can't see where your players are, so you kind of have to be on the same page. And a little mental miscommunication there, and the Lady Wave are 1 point away from tying this one at 18.
Do not want to give them any momentum. Oh.
I thought that was another kill for Whitworth there, but the line judge says it was barely across the line, and Lily Whalen has led the way back with some quality serves and is tied up at 18.
There's the service error.
And I think it jinxed her a little bit as she hits that one square into the net, and she's immediately replaced by libero senior Jolie Sonner.
Been a couple of ties during the game. I'm not sure that Breckinridge County has trailed at all in this third game.
And junior Riley Harding will come to serve now as she attacks the newly entered Sonner, and a free ball coming from Rogers.
Got to do something with it. Yeah,
and I thought Ann Rogers ran to the net a little bit, but I think maybe Audrey Whitworth did too, so it's a no call, and it's tied back up 19-19.
The pass was just a little bit too close to the net.
And setter for setter substitution as Gagel comes in for Quinn, and Katie Stout comes in to serve in favor of Claire Rogers. Audrey Whitworth hits that one into the net, so I don't know if the Lady Tigers have trailed before this point, but they definitely are now. It's 2019, and the Lady Wave are riding off a little run here.
Obviously, you want to go ahead and put it away in 3 sets, but you got to get a side out here.
The Tigers in need of a side out, and I think if they can't get it, I think Lisa Henning might burn her first time out of a set.
Good dig, good set. Let's see if we
and Burton hits it out.
Yeah.
And it'll be 21-19. And Lisa Henning doesn't look like she's going to take a timeout. And Katie Stout gets a couple points for the Lady Wave, and they're up by 2 now. Set from Harding to Whitworth.
There's the tip. They went double block and multiple times tonight. Whitworth has just left them hanging in midair.
And you kind of have to go the double block strategy with Audrey Whitworth hitting, and she just hits the teardrop right over them, as she almost had an ace there, but it's dug out nicely by Erica Jewell, and a block from Natalie Henning leads to a set, and it's going to be a hit from Natalie Henning as miscue on the set leads to a free ball. And a kill from Ann Rogers. And it'll be 22-20. And right on cue, Lisa Henning calls her first time out of the third set. And we'll be right back after this short break. And we're back to Tiger Arena as senior Ann Rogers will get to serve after that perfectly placed kill over here on this near side. And the Tigers looking to rattle off 5 points before the Lady Wave can get 3. And an ace from Ann Rogers.
See some confidence building on the Meade County side.
Lady Wave 2 points away now, 23-20, as Ann Rogers is serving again. Free ball from Natalie Henning, received by Sonner, set from Gagel to Cupper, and a block from Natalie Henning.
This should be out.
3 Lady Waves try to set that ball up in the air. Shelby Smith, Katie Stout, and Jolie Sonner. And a combination of all three of them hit it over towards the scores table. Be 23-21, and the Lady Tigers time to come back here. Patriots serve over the net, received by Stout, and a bad serve by Ella Gagel forces Reagan Cover to hit it straight in the net, and the Tigers are 1 point away from tying this game up. And Todd Saylor calls his second timeout of the third set. So with a score of 23-22, Todd Saylor is out of timeouts, with Lisa Henning having one in her back pocket. And the next 2 points for each team will be crucial. Lady Wave 2 points away from a victory. And I believe it'll be Petra Burton serving again for the Lady Tigers.
In the rotation, because it's our serve now. Is she next in the rotation?
Well, I think she was serving when we got that point just now.
Okay.
I don't think we didn't have to rotate because we were already serving before that point. So on the court, it's like the starters for Breckinridge County. It'll be the 5 seniors excluding Madison Tall, and replacing Tall will be the junior setter Riley Harding. But I believe in this rotation, she actually plays back row with Darian Flood being the setter.
All right.
And received by Stout.
We got a free ball. Got to go to offense. Transition here. There's the pass, the set.
Flood.
That tip was a little hard.
And Cupper hits it into the net again. So 2 possessions in a row where Reagan Cupper hits it right into the net. And it's tied 23-all, and the Tigers are 2 points away from a sweep.
It's going to be a free ball.
Free ball from Cupper.
Transition. That's
bad reception from Harding to make the score 24-23. She had a little bit too much adrenaline, and she just put her hands up and hit the ball a little bit too far out of the reach of Darian Flood. Served by Sonner, set up by Flood to drain. Received by Sonner, set up by Gagel to back row.
Good pass, good set. That's going to be down.
And it'll be 24-all. As keep in mind, you have to win by 2 points. So it'll be the first team to score 2 points, or be leading by 2 points, I should say. As even though it is the first of 25, whoever gets this next point will not win the match yet. And received by Cupper. Cupper again to spike it, and a block by Natalie Henning. And Willie Whalen hits it over from Whitworth to Madison Tall.
That's tipped. We got it.
And the Tigers are 1 point away from a sweep. 25-24 as Darian Flood doing the honors.
Put it in play.
And that'll be an ace. And that'll be an ace from Darian Flood.
Great way to finish it.
With a perfectly placed serve off the hands of Jolie Sonner, and the Tigers lead tonight by a score of 3-0, revenging the sweep that they defeated in Brandenburg.
One of the Breckinridge County students is sweeping the floor, Jared, as to say we just swept them in 3 games.
Great performance by the Lady Tigers tonight. And looking ahead, it looks like Meade County's next game will be this Thursday against Hancock County. And Breckinridge County's next game will be additional information. Meade County's game will be a makeup that was on their original schedule, but this Thursday they'll play Hancock County and what was originally a COVID cancellation in Hancock County. So they will be making a trip to Hawesville on Thursday, and it looks like on the 30th, I believe that's Thursday, Lady Tigers will be making the trip to Davis County to play the Lady Panthers of Davis County. So Tigers come away with a sweep here tonight and hoping to do the same thing Thursday in Owensboro.
Well, so you would expect these 2 teams to meet in the district championship here in a couple weeks, Jared, as they've proven that they're the top 2 teams in the district, as they have both taken care of Hancock County and Cloverport in previous matchups. So, you know, it's going to be for an exciting district tournament as Meade beat us 3-0 down there, and we took care of business tonight, won 3-0 here. So,
as the Breckinridge County pep section getting fired up now, as looks like no post-game speech by Lisa Henning as she tells the players to go out and enjoy it. So we'll be signing off here from Harney tonight. Thanks for listening, and good night, everybody.